Well, there's a great deal of outrage across the country over the Mangalore hooliganism. But most people in Chennai, prominent people in Chennai, have this message for those girls in that Mangalore pub. They say, we know what you feel, because Chennai has had its own history of moral policing. We are joined by a cross-section of people from Chennai, prominent faces. We're joined by an eminent lawyer, somebody who runs a star hotel in the city, a young professional and a student. Kavita, to you first. You're in most of the pubs over the weekends. What did you feel when you saw those images on TV?
I was horrified because this isn't something new. It happens all the time. And I'm a big believer in my rights and my freedom. And so I don't believe that anyone should come and tell me how I should dress or who I'm with, especially since I'm 22 and I'm legal. Legally an adult, tomorrow I can start a family and I can take care of my own family and put my belief systems into those children. But I can't make the decision to have a drink in a club or hang out with whoever I want to, and I think that's absolutely unfair and wrong, completely wrong.
Okay. Siddharth, as a young professional, and people talk of Indian culture, but it's not cultured behavior to, in the first place, storm into some place uninvited and to slap women, to treat them like that.
Definitely. I mean, who are these hooligans to, talk about culture when they barge in uninvited into a nightclub, ill-treat women of all people, that completely classless, completely cultureless. I think we need an answer from, the government as to, what they're going to do to these people.
Neena Reddy is somebody who is a regular, very popular face in Chennai's party circuit, apart from owning the Savera Hotel here. Neena, we've seen this in Chennai before, where even married couples were photographed in intimate positions in a pub. It was published. And then, ironically, the police slapped a case of obscenity against the managers of that star hotel. We've had our own history. We've seen even Khushbu being targeted for her remarks on premarital sex. Does this make you angry?
It's more than anger. I think you feel so terrible about these things, and there seems to be no ending to all of that, They come in different ways. I think I would like to talk as a mother also, I've got grown-up children, and of course they do go out in the evenings. And, the way we bring up our kids today it's with a certain sense of responsibility and, of course, giving them lots of freedom. And I think that's what it's all about. And if we don't mind that, I don't think anyone else should be doing that.
Absolutely. Geeta Ramaseshan, as a well-known lawyer in the city, an activist as well, do you think our laws are sufficient? We have provisions in the Indian Penal Code to deal with this sort of hooliganism.
I don't think you need any law at all. What you need is enforcement of the law, and that's the whole problem in the Indian context. I mean, it is a repeating incident, and the concern here is that it's increasing. It is interpretation of what others perceive as right and wrong, or what the man on the road feels what I should do or should not do. It is intolerant. There is a large tinge of religious fundamentalism in this issue, and what you require is absolute enforcement and not allow fringe groups to get away with whatever they want. You project yourself as an international city. Women work late shifts, women work late hours, women are on their own. Migrant women from other cities stay in Chennai. But suddenly you have the mindset of the police frozen in such a way that, they are not able to address or look into these various different identities that women have emerged out into today. So what you then see is a woman driving alone. If she's dressed in trousers and if she is on her own, you immediately think of her as someone who has, you become suspicious of her conduct in more ways than one.
Drive myself everywhere, and every time I'm out in the night, I'm more concerned about the cops than I am about anything else.
Why is that so?
Because you don't want to be stopped late in the night and ask questions about your moral character, which is always what happens. They'll ask you for your license, but after that they'll question where you've been and whether you were dancing or drinking or partying, and it's nobody's business.
Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us on this very fruitful discussion. Well, also Chennai is one of the cities that has the Cinderella hour. All pubs and discotheques are supposed to close by 11 o'clock, but no one's really asking about how long Tasmac shops, the state-owned liquor shops, can actually remain open. In Chennai, with camera person Sagai Raj, Sanjay Pinto for NDTV.